Here we are in lessons 24 through 27 with our overview. Guys, we're just moving along in this mission. It is almost over. Cannot believe how fast the school year is going by. But in these lessons, you are going to learn to divide decimals by 1, 2, and 3-digit whole numbers. So some of the things that you should expect to see is rewriting division problems into easier problems. So you may be asked to take something like 1 2/10 divided by 60 and turn that into some easier problems like 1 2/10 divided by 6 divided by 10, which then can become 2/10 divided by 10, which is 2/100. You may also be asked to estimate the quotient. So a number like 3 91/100 divided by 17. 3 91/100 is awfully close to 4. 17 is awfully close to 20. 4 divided by, let's break apart that 20 into 10 and 2. If we take this part right here, we're going to move that decimal on the 4 this way. So it's going to become 4/10 divided by 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2 in the 10ths place. There's my answer. You're also going to be asked to check your division problems using multiplication and solving word problems that involve division. 5 6/10 divided by 16. Let's go ahead and set that up for some long division in a standard algorithm. We're going to look at this and say, 16 is almost 20. How many times does 20 go into almost 60? That's about 3 times. 2, 4, 6. So let's multiply this by 3 off to the side. We get 48. So 48 is smaller than 56, but still pretty close. So we're going to stick with that 3. We're going to ignore this decimal for the moment, though. Completely ignore it. Let's figure this out as if it was a regular division problem, no decimals. All right, I'm stuck with a remainder, but I know that when I have decimals, I can just put a 0 in hopes to not have a remainder anymore. Well, how many times does 16, which is about 20, go into 8? 2, 4, 6, 8, about 4 times. So let's do 16 times 4 off to the side. That's 64. Not really close. Let's do it again. 16 times 5. If ever you went with something like 64 and then you would subtract, you would find that your number would be bigger than 16, and you would know to erase that work and put one more group in that is actually going to take 5 groups of 16, which is going to give me exactly 80. No more remainder. So now let's discuss where are we going to put that decimal. Well, there are no decimals here. So that's 0 decimal places. There's 1, 2 decimal places now here. So we're going to have 2 decimal places in my answer, and I can always put that 0 as a placeholder. So now let's check our problem. I took our quotient of 35/100 and I'm going to multiply it by 16. First, I'm going to start in my ones place. 6 times 5 is 30, and I'm going to regroup. 18 plus 3 is 21. Now I'm going to go to my tens place with my 1. 1 times 5 is 5 in the tens place, so I can put a 0 there as a placeholder. One, 2 numbers in the decimal, 1, 2 numbers in the decimal. Well, 5 60 hundredths, 5 60 hundredths. We know that we did not need the 0, so it could become 5 6/10, and there's my 5 6/10 right here. All right, guys, you can play a call and response game at home. You can say a division expression, and your student is going to give you the answer in unit form. So you may say 6/10 divided by 2. Well, 2, it takes 3 groups of it, so they're going to respond with 3/10, because in this case, the 10th is just the unit. You may say 20 hundredths divided by 4, and then they're going to say 5 hundredths. And you can play this using all of your multiplication facts in any label you want. You can also play divide the dice number game. You're going to need 2 number cubes that you can roll. They're either going to be the 10 or the tenths. And then you'll need 3 dice for the hundred or hundredths, or a 4th dice for thousand thousandths. So it depends how many you have. Your child's going to use 2 dice for tens or 3 dice for hundreds. So you are going to roll 2 dice. The numbers rolled are going to be written as 10 or tenths. Your child's going to roll 2, and they're going to roll them as written as tens. So if you roll a 5 and a 6, you have a choice. It could be 56, or it could be 5 and 6 tenths. If your child rolls a 1 and a 6, it could either be, in that case, you would want it to be 16. I already have a decimal. So then you're going to first estimate the answer, and then you're going to divide using the standard algorithm. So another way to come up with some extra division help if you feel like you need it at home. All right, guys, that is the end of this overview. I will see you again in lesson 28. Remember, call me, message me, email me. Let me know if you are having trouble so we can go into live session and I can help. All right, y'all, you have a great day.